What's up everyone, Delvon Digital here, and I'm here to talk about my first 24 hours using an iPhone 17 Pro Max. Yo, man, look, I want to say it like this, bro. I used a lot of iPhones. I owned a lot of iPhones. Everyone besides the 5C and the 16 series, right? All the other ones I bought, I used, and they always kind of like lived on my second phone line. But I'm telling you right now, this new iPhone right here, iOS 26, is closer to an Android phone than ever. It even have like hardware stuff, features, everything and what I mean by hardware, right? You have the action button and then you have the camera control button, and I can use those to launch my camera. So whenever I'm using my iPhone to take pictures and using my Android to take pictures, I'm always double tapping my power button. I mean, I'm locked in, right? I'm locked in on the double tapping, and I do the same thing on my iPhone. And then every time I did it on my iPhone, it always opened up Apple Pay. I was like, oh, that's right. I got to launch the camera a different way. But now, nope. And now I know it's been around for a while. Don't get me wrong. It's been around for a while. But I'm just saying, like, I love it. And I know it's crazy talking about this, saying like, if you like Android phone so much, you just get an Android phone and you can do all that. But no, man, look, man, I'm a tech guy, man. I really listen, I'm in here with an iPad. I have 3 Macs. I have AirPods Pro, AirPods Max. I have what else? And an Apple Watch. And I love it because it's my workflow ecosystem, right? It's not the best ecosystem to me as in like overall. It's the best. To me, Apple and iPhones and iPads and everything is a tool. And if I needed to get a job done and work done, content creation, photography, whatever it is, I'm depending on Apple products. When it comes to smart home automation, I'm going to depend on Google Assistants. I got all Nest products everywhere in my house and everything like that. And that's the ecosystem that I depend on for that. But Apple's, it's just like, it's really good for work. I love it. You see my face? I love it. So using this phone, I'm not going to sit here and say like the chip is like greatest chip in the world, the baddest chip in the world. Because if I'm honest, every iPhone that I've ever owned has always been like a smooth experience. And it doesn't feel faster than the next phone. It doesn't feel super like this chip is just like the strongest, powerfulest chip in the world that's giving me some power, phenomenal Goku strength power somewhere. No, it's none of that. It feels like it's a really smooth, fast phone. And iPhones have always felt that way. And it doesn't change here. With the features that they added, really spices up the iPhone experience to appealing for an Android user. Now, I know a lot of you are like dedicated iPhone users and stuff like that, and it's like, wow, but it appeals to us or people like me more, that I'm a little bit more comfortable with switching, because you're getting stuff that, maybe that was 5, 6, 7, 10 years old, but it doesn't matter. Like, I'm always for like the competition having the same features, especially if they're good, especially if they're useful. So using the iPhone, I guess iOS 26 has really changed my perception of the iPhone. And I feel like that I can use it as a daily phone. And like I say in my last video, this SIM card, my main eSIM is in this phone right now. It's not even a Pixel. I'm a Pixel guy. I'm a Pixel channel. And no, this is not one of those I'm switching type of videos and then I'm switching back. You're not going to hear me talk about me switching and switching back type things. I still have my Pixel. Still going to use it every day. But it's just that my main eSIM is in here and it's going to stay in here this whole entire year. I'm going to dedicate myself using this as my main device because I'm actually having a lot of fun with this phone. Battery life, I don't know. It's been up and down. I was a little nervous the other day when I was out shooting and creating some content for you guys, and I saw it dip below like 30%, and I was like at 8 o'clock of the day and I was out kind of doing things. I was like, oh no, I don't know if this is going to make it at the end of the day, but it did. It hit 19% by the time I got home around like 11, or my day was over around 11 o'clock, and I was happy. I was very satisfied. So I was like, oh, that was going to be bad, but pretty good. I haven't ran into any like heating issues. I've seen that some people are having heating issues already. I was just like, yo, come on, man. We got vapor cooling now, but I don't think I will, because I never really do with these phones. So I'm not concerned about me, but I did a lot of shooting outside when it was hot, but no problem. I do have a problem though. I would say my CarPlay is really weird. I was on a phone call with my brother, connected it to the car, and I'm just up there talking to him driving, and then out of nowhere it just froze. Like the screen froze, the phone froze, everything just froze. And my brother was like, I can't hear him, but he can. Wait, hold on. I could hear him, but he couldn't hear me when I was talking. So I literally unplugged it and picked up my Pixel, plugged my Pixel up to the Android Auto, and then I called him back on the phone and I had no problems. So I thought that was like maybe just something that just happened. And then I plugged it up again, after I got the phone with him, and I was listening to music. My music just froze, stopped out of nowhere. And I was like, what is going on? So I unplugged, CarPlay, plugged it back up, and then same thing. And I was like, I said, this must be a bug. I want to say also, like, when it comes to like iOS 26, it's kind of hard to remember this right now because I want to say 19 or something like that, or 18, 19, 20, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, with that being said, like, I do like the theming. I do think their theming is like really, really good. Of course, this is nothing new. All right, I know about the theming, but I'm actually using it more now. Now, the one thing that I'm going to really be testing this year is going to be log video. I am setting myself up right now, shooting a few log clips here and there, putting it on my Mac, and I'm learning to color grade the log profile from Apple, because I think I want to do a lot of content creating with this phone, because like I said, remember I told you this phone feels like a tool to me and not more so like a smartphone, but it is, but a better tool for me. I would say for me, you know what I'm saying? So but it is great for anybody who doesn't do content creation too as well, because you know, social media apps and everything like that's pretty cool. It works for them, right? So like I said, you can kind of like use this phone in any direction that you want, and I do like that about this phone. So you will see more videos of the iPhone actually shot with the iPhone and color graded by me once I get a handle on that. But other than that, the camera experience is one of the things I do love about the iPhone. I shoot in 48 megapixel RAWs all the time, and I edit and process my own images. I know a lot of people want to see this, you know, the shots come straight out the phone, but that's not me. I'm a photographer. I love creating, you know, I love creating, and the iPhone processing isn't really the best. It's over sharpening, colors are warm, well, too warm, and sometimes they blow out the background, and you know, HDR just kind of works and don't work when it wants to. It's just so much that you got to deal with when you want to do the point and shoot aspect of this phone. So I just shoot in RAW and I take care of everything myself, and it does a very, very good job at that. And I want to say that like the widgets feel a little bit better up here. You know, they're not, to me, they're still not up there with Android widgets, you know, because they feel less live and less interactive, but it's getting better, and that experience for me is, you know, pretty good. But I don't want to turn this into like a comparison video. I just want to tell you how much I love this iPhone. That's what I really want to tell you. You know, it's a really good phone. And I think that anybody who is curious about switching to an iPhone, like an Android user, and I ain't talking about the ones who completely hate Apple, because they're gonna be like, I ain't switching. I know, bro, you're not gonna switch. Okay, stop it. We're talking about the people who are like, I want to try an iPhone. I think that this is the iPhone that you should try. Literally, this is iPhone that you should try. And I like to keep an iPhone around because I don't know, I always liked iOS and hated it at the same time. Got like this love-hate relationship with it, but I love it so much that I can't get rid of it. So all the years that, you know, I've been rocking with an Android phone, I always had an iPhone. People don't know that because I don't talk about my iPhone experience as much, because I mean, I just don't. But this year, that is going to change. And straight out of the box, when I opened this up, I looked at this orange color and I was like, okay, hold on. Let me say this. Let me try to explain this, because I tweeted about this. It's not the orange color. It's really, the orange color is dope. Like, this jank is mad dope. I think that the accent part right here, this part that you see that's look like it's neon color, that is the part that bothers me, because it's part of the design language of it, you know, for MagSafe and everything else, because this is glass. I think that's what's like throwing me off with this phone design. So I honestly gonna be honest with you, I don't like this design. It is ugly. This is the ugliest iPhone that I have ever owned. I love iPhone's design for a long time. Of course, the last design that they just had, I did love that one, but it got boring. 6 years, 7 years, something like that. Got tired of looking at it. I wanted change, got change, and it's okay. Guess it's just not the change I wanted, right? But I got change. So we're gonna see if I'm gonna grow to love this. Maybe I should have got a different color. I know some of you are like, man, you should have got silver, man. You should have got blue. I think the blue accent of the middle plate right here and the blue of the phone actually hits better than all of them. So I kind of regret a little bit getting the orange, but it's the most bold color. So I'm all for bold colors. So I'm here for the long run with this, and that's what it is. Other than that, I'm very excited using this iPhone along with all of my other Apple accessories and products that I do have. I consider Apple products a tool that's in my toolbox for content creation. And that's how I'm always going to kind of look at it, because it does that very, very, very well. And yeah, with that being said, please, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like, share, and subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.